Hey, yo. Hey, yo, we back at it again for another one. It's your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Lot to get to today after all the craziness that happened yesterday, dog. Craziness yesterday, but we gonna get into all of it. And it starts right now. Gonna be breaking down, did the Chicago Bears get enough for Khalil Mack? Did they get enough back in the deal? Also, is anybody excited that baseball's back, or does it feel a little dirty? Anybody excited baseball's back? Does it feel a little dirty? Also got to talk about the butt whooping that the Philadelphia 76ers took last night. Who's more real, Brooklyn or Philly? And then we got something exciting for y'all, man. The sports movie bracket breakdown coming y'all way, man. All that and more. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as we welcome in the man, the myth, the legend, the man formerly known as Ringo J. Stefan the Don into the building.
What's happening?
Steph, what's good, man? How you feeling, man?
Hey man, I'm good. Still kind of confused of what I saw last night with Philly.
Last night was the ultimate moment when you needed Ryan Isley for the what the hell is going on?
bro, I was like, what happened? Nah, Kenny tweeted it last night. He was like, the only thing that can save this is if the Nuggets Warriors game is good, because this was disappointing.
Hey man, I'm not mad at it, man. First off, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, because we do this every Monday through Friday from 11 to 1. This is the only channel that's talking Chicago sports, how Chicago talks. Make sure you get in tune with us, man. Welcome into the Windy City Breeze Daily Sports Talk Live. Yesterday was wild. That's all you can say about it, right? Yesterday was wild. But the question to the chat, the question to you.
What's up?
The question to the world, and I think the question that most people have here. Who's calling you? That's the question. Now it's a whole new question. No, I'm just playing.
No, I'm just playing.
You used to call me on my cell phone. I know when the hell I blink.
Begging only me one thing.
No, here's the question, right? Did the Bears get enough for Khalil Mack? The deal ends up being a second and a second for this year, a 6 for next year. They take on $6 million of his money from this season, and they take on $28 million of the money that you were going to pay him next season. $34 million over the next 2 years, plus they're paying him till he's 33. Did the Chicago Bears get enough for Khalil Mack?
Now I tweeted this yesterday, and I said when I seen it, the first thing I went back to is I think it was it was the start of the season after the Bears went 12-4. I think ESPN did an article on him or something, and he said, look, I don't got many years left. I'm 30 right now. I'm trying to get to a contender. So to Ryan Poles, I feel like Ryan Poles did his job. Khalil Mack absolutely did his job.
Yeah,
he wanted to get to a contender. He got there with the Chargers. I hope they do big things. Now, should they have gotten more for him? Should I believe that? Yes. I think that I at least think it should have been like a low first round pick, maybe like it might have been next year or possibly even this year, maybe a year after that, some type of first round pick for him, but you didn't. But what that did do was You kept the 39. Not only did you do that, but even some of those receivers that are gonna fall, that do run those 4-4s and 4-3s that y'all were talking about. Maybe you get those guys in a room. Now you talked about corner help.
Yeah.
All of this stuff that you can get now. And I tweeted it out again too. I also said, look, if this is going on, you want to get rid of the 30 somethings to get 20 somethings, right?
Agreed.
So now, listen, hey, you know, good job, Robert Quinn, Bears all-time sack leader now. Good job, hey, 31, time was serviceable. You could possibly get a high second round pick for that. You never know.
Yeah.
All this is right now is stockpiling picks and assets, and this is gonna help Justin in the future. I watched the live yesterday. I was trying to get into the live. Y'all must do realize that the Chargers ate that money.
A lot of money. Chargers ate a lot of money. And that's the thing, right? Because we're a lot of Bears fans are upset by the compensation you got back. But it's really the compensation you got off the books that you're excited about. Because the reason that nobody was coming into this saying is Mack untradeable based on the fact that he wasn't producing. You came into this saying is Mack untradeable based on his contract that he had in place. You came into this saying is Mack untradeable based on, hey, listen, I don't know if anybody's going to want to take on all of that money. And you found the perfect team that did, right? Listen, you look at that Chargers team now, they felt like they're poised for a nice little playoff run, nice little Super Bowl level defense, especially with Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack on the same line out there taking heads out, by the way. Keep your head low, Russ. I bet you wish you had stayed in the NFC now, my boy. But you have to look at that situation to me and say, okay, here's where I need to find a team that's ready to win now and feels like they need Khalil Mack to get to that next level. You found that team. They were not desperate. There was a lot of people saying, well, they were desperate for that defensive help because Russ is in the division. They were not desperate. That's Joey Bosa over there. There's nothing desperate about it. They wanted Khalil Mack because it does what? Puts them over the top. It puts them over the top. So to me, it's not a sense of the fact that you got them to eat the money, the fact that because they wanted Khalil Mack bad enough that you got them to eat the money. Bears fans, you can't overlook that. That's a lot of money. It was $63 million over the next 3 years.
63 M's. And somebody said this yesterday. He was essentially getting like QB franchise tag money. And the Chargers ate that.
Yeah.
Like the Chargers ate that. And now I think the biggest thing that people need to realize, like,
it was going up from 12 to 17 next season.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Absolutely. You're right about that. And the thing that I think I want people to realize is this. The O is out. The O is out. This is officially like hey, Ryan is saying, look, we got Justin in the room. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure he is successful.
You took him, what we take him? 10th overall?
Took him 10.
You got to do that. You didn't do that with Mitch.
And that's the biggest thing. Problem. That's the thing. Why? Like I get it. I get it. It's Khalil Mack, return of the Mack. Cool. He did his job. But let's be real. Like and we just talked about this the other day when we were just talking about free agents. Where is this team going?
Yeah.
Like,
And now Poles has made that decision, right? Because essentially you're saying, listen, we want to be competitive next year. We want Justin to develop, but let's be real. We're not going to a Super Bowl next season. Poles is
absolutely, and that's being logical. That's
being logical.
And the thing is too, like he's and the thing is he's on his AK because believe you me, the job is not finished.
No, you can't.
Quinn, listen. Quinn is gonna be out of here in like the next couple days.
Yeah,
I don't know when it's gonna be. I don't know when it's gonna happen. But best believe Quinn is gonna be out of here in the next.
I don't know. See, here's the thing, right? I don't know if that's gonna be the case because I don't know if the Bears are. To me, this was a move to clear the money. Oh, whoa, we got news. We got news here. Bears are releasing running back Tariq Cohen with injury designation per sources. He is not able to pass a physical yet stemming from his knee injury in the 2020 season. Cohen's goal is to be ready in time for the upcoming season. Tariq Cohen has just been released by the Chicago Bears. That makes sense to me. I'm not going to lie to you. I dropped the video last year. My sources inside when the season was starting and Matt Nagy was saying, yeah, we're still optimistic on him. We're still doing it. My sources inside were telling me he can't walk.
Hey, Pat, real quick, check I don't know if you see the group chat.
What's up? We got more breaking news? Oh, no, I got you. But yeah, I just They told us last year. I knew last season at the beginning of the year he wasn't going to be good to go at any point in the season. They were telling me there's no way he's going to be able to run and cut. He's barely walking. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm not mad at the move. I love Tariq. I love Tariq, but listen, what's the best ability?
Availability.
Availability.
We talk about that all the time, bro. And the thing is, man, like. You know eventually this day was gonna come.
Yeah.
You know eventually this day was gonna come. Now that and the two pieces, to be real, that's gonna be on this defense is Roquan and Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry to tell y'all this, but
I don't know if you get rid of Quinn though, right? Because I don't know if you're starting.
You don't think so?
I don't know if you're starting all the way over, right? If you've got Roquan Smith or you've got Robert Quinn on your line, Roquan and Gibson, who's not by any means Khalil Mack, but still a good
he's
solid pass rusher from the other side. If you've got those two up front, right? Maybe you get rid of Akeem Hicks. Maybe you hold on to Eddie Goldman in that position. You've still got, with hopefully a improving defensive play caller, a decent defensive line that can get to the quarterback. What that does is it makes everybody behind you better, right? You want to see Jalen Johnson produce like Kyle Fuller did and better. You have to have a good line in front of him. You want to see Eddie Jackson return to pick six Eddie Jackson if he's going to be around. That's yet to be seen. He might be on the move as well, but if he's going to be around, you want to see him return to that guy. You've got to have a good front seven in front of him. So I don't know if Robert Quinn's an automatic, hey, let's get this guy out of here, because Robert Quinn gave you as bad as he was in the first year, he was twice as good in his second year here. And I can't be mad at that. So like, I don't know if that's an automatic give this guy up unless you feel like you're absolutely looking to rebuild completely. If you're signing Roquan, if you're signing Jalen, you still want to have those pieces there to help them be successful, right?
Yeah.
Now I know Trevathan's probably gone.
You definitely do. Trevathan is probably getting released.
Yeah.
And those are the two pieces well, honestly, those are the three, because I actually like Gibson. Gibson, Roquan.
He's solid.
Yeah, Gibson, Roquan, and Jalen, I can see growing. But the biggest thing, the reason why I feel like it's a W on both sides is because Khalil goes to a contender, and dog, you talk.
I love that. I love that we didn't send Khalil Mack to the.
No. You did. You absolutely did it
the
right.
Jacksonville Jaguars. I want to see Mack be successful. Here's the thing, right? The reason it sucks, and here's my question to y'all: would you rather go down the Bill Belichick path of get rid of a guy while there's still value there so that you can have value.
Oh, trade him a year too early versus a year too late? Nah, absolutely.
Or would you rather keep the guy and have that lifelong thing like we all grew up with, right?
Nah. I gotta trade him. I gotta trade him while it's still value for him, and there was still value for him. The biggest thing is, like I said, Khalil Mack went to a contender, and you talk about Von Miller and Aaron Donald, dog. Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack, bro. Russell Wilson, why? With Derwin James,
listen,
why?
Hey, smartest thing Derek Carr can do right now, go to the Colts.
Go to the Colts, please.
Get out, my boy.
Come to the NFC. I don't waste that on nobody.
Derek, get out, my boy.
Get out. But the biggest thing is they got draft capital, right? Because you keep stockpiling these picks. Yeah. Now it's not just let's get this left tackle, let's go get this wide out. Now you can look at corner. Now you can look at safety. Get these guys in the room. See what you got, and if you don't like it, I mean, it is what it is. But this makes moves long term. But I also think that now this is later on down the line, this is going to make the Bears way more offensive minded. Because now
think that's what you're seeing him go towards.
He's really coming up and saying, I'm trying to see we need to see what Justin has. We actually need to see what Justin has, and not with any subpar weapon.
And here's the thing, right? I don't know if you can view this as a full defensive rebuild, right? Because one, the pieces you saw on defense last season, you didn't love a lot of them anyway. But if you're looking at this as okay, we got to keep Roquan. Jalen Johnson's still on his rookie deal. We've got Robert Quinn. We can get pressure on the quarterback. You're now hoping that last season's subpar defense, I don't care what the numbers say, they were subpar. They were letting people run all over them. It was like the numbers were hilarious. It was like, oh, well, they were great at keeping people out of the building or keeping people out of the from moving the ball up and down the field. It's like, yeah, but they were one of the worst teams in end zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're one of the worst teams at allowing touchdowns. Like, I don't care what your numbers say here. If you're letting them get 7, that's all that matters. So, like, to me, I'm looking at, is there an improvement in the coaching that puts the players you had last season in a better position?
Right.
And is that improvement enough to where you can't say, oh my God, this Bears team's defense is completely falling off? That's why I say you don't get rid of Quinn to me, because if Quinn makes Roquan better, Roquan makes Jalen better, Jalen makes Eddie better. There's a lot that you could do there.
Well, no, I still think you totally need those vet guys in the room.
Yeah.
But it's like me and shout out Coach T because he ain't here. But it's like man was talking about yesterday, like, you need to get rid of them. I want to see them get rid of 30-somethings to get 20-something. Like that's essentially what it is. And then you still got those guys, but essentially you still keep those guys that are vets in that locker room that have a voice. Yeah. Because now you gotta go through it to get to where you want to go, essentially. Yeah. But this is all. I'm not mad at any of the moves because this is just.
Now I will say this:
better long-term future.
This does now. It's starting to look a little bit more like a full-on rebuild of the defense here. The Chicago Bears have been actively, according to Daniel Greenberg, who's tweeting on behalf of. He's tweeting out an article from Brad Biggs. The Chicago Bears have actively been shopping defensive lineman Eddie Goldman, per Brad Biggs of the Chicago Tribune. Now that changes things. Right? Hey, listen, and y'all can see, right?
I'm not mad at it.
I love when people watch this after and they don't realize like it's an evolving conversation. So they just be like, man, these guys don't know what they're talking about. Just watch the video to this point. The conversation evolves. So how does that change things for you?
If they trying to get rid of Eddie Goldman, that just means I feel like they getting rid of Robert Quinn too.
Now you could be now. Hey,
listen, now you get rid of Robert Quinn.
Instantly, like if you're getting rid of Goldman, now you're probably getting rid of Quinn, right?
Yeah, Roquan's gonna be the voice of that defense. And look, the thing, and another thing that I just thought about too that I need to bring up. Maybe they keep stockpiling second round picks. Somebody's like, hey, we got some information on one guy that the Bears, they'll be like, hey, well, maybe we do need to trade back. They get a first rounder. Hey, we'll give you 2 second round picks, and then you feel me? You take X, Y, and Z, whoever that may be, and then you feel me? That they back inside the first round. Then they get that guy that they was looking at. So look, this everything to me essentially works out. Like he knows what he's doing. I don't think everybody should totally be freaking out. Like he absolutely knows what he's doing.
Do you think that this is a rebuild move, or like he said, this could be true? Now I don't know if Eddie Goldman just doesn't fit the scheme. I don't know if Eddie Goldman can't fit into the scheme, but at a minimum, it is true that Eddie Goldman isn't really a part of a 4-3 scheme. He's more of a 3-4 kind of player. Is it more of that? Or are you trying to rebuild this entire defense?
Rebuild the defense. If you're gonna tear it down, tear it down. If you're gonna tear it down, bro. Like.
Here's the thing I'll say, right? I'm
gonna give you an example. I don't know if this is a good example or not.
Go ahead with it.
Remember when the Bulls, they was like, for like 3 years, they was like, I don't know. We're like really debating on tearing this down or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna stick with these pieces. Rose, Jimmy. Then after that, you turn around and then you bring in Wade, and then it's like, this was nice. We could have won a playoff series, and then now you was talking about rebuilding. So it's just like, do we really want to do this whole 3-year thing where it's like, okay, we gonna hold on to these pieces, not hold on to these pieces?
He's making a decision, right?
Because I feel like he's just not holding on to the nostalgia, like that 12.
No, and that's good. He's not attached to any of these guys the same way, right? He's not attached to any of these guys the same way. The one criticism I had on Ryan Pace, more than one, but the one criticism I had on Ryan Pace was that Ryan Pace would pay guys based on a good year of production. By the way, like the video, subscribe to the page, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. Over 78 people in here, man. 28 likes. Hit that like button. Ryan Pace would pay people based on what they did for a year. And that's not good enough. That's not good enough. I would always say, like, you're paying this man based on what you saw. I'm getting an echo from you there, Ringo.
Okay, bro.
Based on what you saw for what? A season? We paid Eddie Jackson, made him the highest paid safety based on what we saw for a season. And I'm not the production was there that season. But then the production didn't follow because the defense wasn't at a historic level the rest of the way. Ryan Poles doesn't have these same attachments. And then the biggest issue with Pace was the same thing, right? If he made a decision, he rode it out with that decision, even if you could realize halfway through it was the wrong decision. I have no problems with you messing up on Matt Nagy. You know where my problem is? When you went and got a second overall pick and he didn't come in and try to develop that second overall pick, you kept him around. That's on you. Ryan Poles doesn't have these same attachments. He's coming in saying, "Yeah, you didn't fit the mold. You didn't fit the mold. You didn't fit the mold. Get him out of here." Shout out to Black Rain for the super chat. Says if they totally rebuild, Poles and the coach won't make it to Arlington Heights. I don't know about that, right? Because they're making the decision here, right? And this is not a long way off decision. This is a next year we're going to spend stupid money. Hopefully this year you can get somebody in there and backload their contract into next year. They have $121 million slated for next season in cap space right now. And I see a lot of people going at Ryan Poles and saying, I don't like the decisions he's making. I don't like what he's doing. Listen, don't go at Poles. Go at Ryan Pace. Ryan Pace paid these guys. Ryan Pace kicked the can so far down the road because he just knew Mitch was the guy and he knew that everything was going to work out, that now we're here and you don't have the money.
Nah, I think that's the biggest thing though. Like, he's not holding on to these pieces. And look, even if you feel me, you say that they won't make it to Arlington Heights. I feel like that's a dumb statement because new stadium, new team. He trying to spend bread. So by the time you get to Arlington Heights, you may essentially have a whole new everything. And the thing is, you're absolutely right too about what you said about Eddie. Now the thing about it is, I feel like yes, he just did pay him off that 1 year. He does actually fit a 4-3. The only thing I would say to kind of like caveat that, because I've been thinking it, is the commies let go of Landon Collins, and him and Eddie Jackson was playing together at Bama. I don't know if that goes to like rejuvenate him or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe you go try to bring him in. I don't know. Maybe that's a move, but we know at least at minimum, Ryan Poles is trying to spend AMs in the future to get this team right. So by the time they do get to Arlington Heights, we can say, yeah, 9 times out of 10, we maybe had the best team in the division.
Yeah.
Around that time. I'm not mad at it.
It's interesting, right? Because you're looking at it in what are the Bears. A lot of Bears fans look at it in a season by season basis, right? What are the Bears going to do next year? By the way, over 100 in the chat. 100. Hit that like button for us, man. Subscribe to the page. We do this every Monday through Friday, 11 to 1. Appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. You're looking at where the Bears, or a lot of Bears fans are looking at how quickly the Bears can turn this thing around. And they're looking for something that we saw like with Joe Burrow last season. But what you have to understand is, one, that's a freak anomaly. like you basically didn't put an offensive line around this dude and he was good enough to make a move. You know what I'm saying? He was good enough to make a Super Bowl with just Jamar Chase. That's an anomaly. Don't expect us to come in next season and all of a sudden be first place in the division. Poles is making long-term moves here to get long-term success for the Bears, not only just on the defensive side of the ball, but on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and that's why I say, you know what I'm saying? Everybody keeps talking about this. Yo, we gotta get Chris Olave. We gotta get Chris Olave. I'm like, dog.
He's nice. He's not trade up. Nice.
Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Was like that already. Jamar Chase took the year off because of COVID. And he was like, my tape is good enough that I'm gonna still get drafted top 5.
Yeah.
Because I'm like that.
Yeah.
Like that's not gonna happen in this case. That's not gonna happen in this case. That doesn't happen. Now, one thing I will say, the Bengals made defensive moves, and they made 2 moves that they gave Joe Burrow a left tackle. They gave Joe Burrow a left tackle, and they paid for him, and they went all the way to the Super Bowl with it.
Yeah.
Like it's about long-term moves, but also the Bengals had money. The Bengals
had money. The Bengals did have money.
So how can you
money makes a difference,
when you
dog?
look at
That's
this
why.
trade?
That's why I feel like, yeah, that's why I feel like it's a completely different story where I can't say the Bears got fleeced, because while you got picks back and maybe they weren't the picks you wanted, the fact that you now have money again is a completely different ball game. You know what I'm saying? That the fact that you now have money again is a completely different ball game. And now, listen, it's about, what have we seen our entire lives, Bears fans? We've seen a flash in the pan. A flash in the pan. We've seen the Bears have a good year, have a couple okay years around it, and then they completely fall off the face of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what always happens. That's what always happens. That's what happened with Mitch Trubisky and Matt Nagy. Whether you say Mitch ruined, or Matt ruined Mitch, or Mitch ruined Matt, whatever it is. That's what always happens. I want sustained success for once. I want to see these long-term moves pay off. And here's a long-term move for you. For me, you go get Jacob Noteboom out of the Rams. 27 years old. You've got a young right tackle right now. He can come in and play left tackle. He's been backing up Andrew Whitworth for 4 years. You go get that guy, as we welcome into the show the super producer, Joel Holt, tuning in with us. Jay, what's good, my boy?
What's going on?
You got the Tommy Bahama shirt going hard right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, I thought it was collared. Never mind. That's a regular tee. Oh, I thought it was collared. I thought you had the full collar going on with it.
This is a Nike joint, you know what I'm saying? It's Jumpman. You know?
Okay. But no, I look at what the Bears are doing. I look at the moves the Bears are trying to make, and I don't sit there and say these are moves to get us successful and build another flash in the pan. You're getting rid of guys that aren't going to be here in 5 years.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like. You're getting rid of guys that aren't going to be here in 5 years. Khalil Mack wasn't going to be here in 5 years. Khalil Mack probably wasn't going to be here past his contract.
Nah. That was a good move. I said that early last year, and people were like, "You're crazy." I'm like, no, he's declining. And to get a second round pick was a good move. That was great. So to me, it's like I like what your whole point and what I've always stated. I want sustained greatness, or at least just some sense of competitiveness where, like you said, no flash in the pan, no quick builds. It's built. You know, the problem with Ryan Pace is that he had to inherit that Jay Cutler contract. So, and he was forced to pick a coach that I don't think he really wanted to. So he was behind the 8 ball there, plus a couple bad first round picks. So now this guy can at least hopefully build. He's got a quarterback, so he's doing the right thing. He found your cornerstones and then build on.
You hope, but at a minimum, right? How do y'all feel about? And this is the thing that I've been saying. I have no problems. Like, we get rid of Mack, we get a second, we get a 6. Okay. The Bears are looking to trade what it seems to me defense for offense,
or balance.
I feel like right now you have no balance. Right now you have no team, basically. But I feel like you're looking to trade defense for offense, right? Because if I'm looking at this team right now, you just gave up Khalil Mack, who's probably still got some good years left in the tank, especially if Robert Quinn played the way he did last year and Mack's on the other side playing. That's not bad. You could come in and say with a good defense, you can get a lot done.
Quinn's not going to do that. I mean, the numbers will show that, he's probably going to have a good year, but he's also going into a different defense. And I don't think
Going into a different defense.
We're not that far away from, I think, what people think. We still have a running game. I think what he's going to do is show up that offensive line. We still need a playmaker receiver. And I think a scheme, the whole scheme of what we're doing, it's more of a coaching thing. I think we all agree that it was pretty much been a coaching problem, even with Trubisky. Why are people sitting there talking about Trubisky and he's got an option to get a big contract? Because he's really he wasn't a terrible quarterback.
That's great marketing. That's great. His PR people put that out the day Matt Nagy got fired. They were like, nope, hold on to that.
No, but look, the point is that he wasn't terrible. He wasn't amazing, but he was a good quarterback that probably needed a little bit more time. My point is the scheme, though.
But that's on Ryan Pace too, right? That's where I said you don't. What I like about Poles is Poles realized where Justin was taken. Poles realized he's a top. What was he? He's 10, 11, something like that. Poles realizes he was a top 15 pick.
Right. Or did we get him 11? Did we get him 11?
I think we got him 11. I think I said 10 earlier. I think we got him
11 because we traded. No, it was 11 because
y'all traded it. Yeah, we traded the pick. Yeah, you did. Poles realizes that he is a top 15 pick. When Ryan Pace took Mitch Trubisky too, your next pick shouldn't have been let's get a running back, let's get a wide receiver, your next move should have been let's find some people that can stand in front of him and keep him off his butt. So mobile don't mean Mike Vick.
Right. Okay. You still need blocking.
Mugs act like mobile quarterback means you got Mike Vick. There's one dude in the league that's close to that, and he can't throw.
Don't say that. Hey, Pat, don't say that. We don't want to get people upset.
He can't throw. I don't care what you say.
I know. I'm like, he can't throw.
Look, I'll upset you. He can't throw.
Right. He can't.
Look. I hope he gets it right. I hope he gets it together. I don't wish no ill will on the brother. But what I saw,
what it is.
He's still in that mud. Must be like he need a number one receiver. He can't get it to the number two. But
here we go. Lamar can't throw. He can't do.
Cap.
Hey, nah. So for me,
I can't say that. Here's the thing. Lamar can throw. Lamar can't throw consistently.
Yeah.
He can't throw consistently.
Hey, Khalil Mack can't throw. Khalil Mack can't throw.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson can't throw consistently. There's a difference.
And my point is, can he read the defense? It's not necessarily about throwing. It's really, can he read, make the throws he has to.
I was gonna say though, I think what's gonna wind up happening is because we heard the presser, Eberflus and Poles. I think to me what's gonna wind up happening is like Pat said, they're absolutely gonna trade defense for offense. That's what's gonna happen. And the thing is, they're gonna sell out on this offensive line. And you gotta remember the Bears have one of the most, I believe it can be one of the most diverse run games in the league because you got Montgomery and you got Herbert. Yeah. I mean, just look at what the Cowboys did with Zeke Elliott and Pollard. Even
go that far. Look what
the Colts
did.
Even the Colts. Dog, two-back system. It's like two-back system. You get your third down guy, and then you go you get some solid tight ends in the room like you got with Komet. You add some other guys. This offense later on down the line, I believe Poles is probably looking at like if we get the right pieces, we could probably put up 30, 32 a game.
So realistically, coming into next season, now you have no Mac. You see this kind of selling off pieces. They're trying to shop Eddie Goldman here. How far away are the Bulls? How far away are the Bulls? That's a different day. How far away are the Bears?
2 games.
From not even being, I'm not even going to say contenders for a Super Bowl, but contenders for the division, right? Because we are right now, as the team stands, I can't say we're head and shoulders above Minnesota.
I'm not even being a homer.
They're better than the Lions.
We're better than the Lions. Yeah,
I'm not a homer, but I think that they will probably actually compete this year based off just even having hopefully a competent scheme. I think they'll be able to. They're not NFC champion conference contender, nothing like that. But I think they've been teetering that whole time. This whole time they made it. They inked back into the playoffs the other year. They've had like a top 10, top 15 defense last few years. So it's not like all those guys are going to be gone. I mean, they got Mack is gone, but who knows what they're going to bring in? If they bring in a linebacker for this 4-3 defense, but it'll shift from the defense being top 10 to the defense being like top 15, and then the offense probably moves up and finally maybe is half relevant.
Yeah. I see people talking about Trevathan got released. I ain't seeing that news.
Cohen too. Well, that's
Cohen got released. Cohen got released.
Yeah, that's
Cohen
fine.
couldn't pass a physical. I knew Cohen wasn't going to come back. I knew Cohen wasn't going to come back.
I look at it as I feel like they're about 2 years away
from competing for the division or competing for a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I feel like they're about a year. Well, not even 2. I feel like not this year, but next year. Because what they trying to do is stockpile picks and money.
Yeah.
What they're trying to do is stockpile picks and money. And listen, the Rams did it. The Bengals did it. I mean, it's not wrong by going through free agency. It just depends on the free agents that you get. So
I don't know how the Rams keep doing it. I'm not gonna lie to you. The Rams give away all their first round picks and somehow end up with them back. The Rams play the NFL like how Key plays Madden. Like they legitimately get rid of everybody of any ilk. Like 2 years before they're while they're still worth something, they get picks back. Then they trade those picks for other guys. I'm like, dog, ain't it like? Well, some things in the salary cap that's supposed to stop this. Like, ain't there some luxury tax supposed to stop this?
Look, I would say to your earlier question, there's a difference between being a division champion and a wild card team, and I think the Bears can be a wild card team. I don't know if they're going to take over Green Bay as long as that dude, that number was it 12 up there in Green Bay. Yeah. As long as he's there, that's a problem.
Yeah.
So, but they're definitely, I think, could be a wild card team in the division.
I agree with that. And that's what, here's the thing, right? Competing for the division doesn't mean you win it. It means you're competing for it. So like to me, I think 2023 is that year. I think that this year you're all about developing Justin, getting Justin moving in the right direction. This year to me is what you want is what you saw from Joe Burrow year one. Now, granted, he was a rookie, very different. But what you saw from Joe Burrow year one was we're all in on you. We're building everything around you. Show us what you can do. And you're just trying to consistently win, right?
Yeah. But,
or at least be competitive in every single game. I think next year when you got 121 million M's in cap space to work with the cap going up again, by the way, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the year where you're looking at, okay, now we're going out and trying to get a big name guy. Right now, this year is all about building up your team to a point where people want to come here. Right now, all the free agency destinations that are out there, I don't know if Terron Armstead wants to be in Chicago. First off, he's been in a dome in New Orleans for most of his career. I don't think Terron Armstead wants to be in the cold, but I don't think Terron Armstead wants to be in Chicago. I don't believe that, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much that goes into getting guys in the building just about, hey, do you even want to come here?
Yeah.
What's there on the Bears that says, hey, I should come there and help you guys win?
The quarterback.
You don't know that. Justin Fields didn't.
No, to your point, your point is if Fields ascends a little, if he ascends and he's somewhere where they think that he can win, that's attractive.
Yeah.
Then to your point, the quarterback makes a big difference.
But that if is the same if that had Khalil Mack here for 4 years, and we could say he wasted a good chunk of his time by not winning anything meaningful. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like players look at it that way.
Yeah, but they had a top 10 defense. They thought they were ascending with Trubisky. They had some semblance of offense. They did go 10-6,
but it was an if.
They blew it though.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the players are looking at it as this is an if we win this, if Justin Fields is good, like you can't guarantee that. Meanwhile, around the league, Russell Wilson is over there. You don't know if Derek Carr is re-signing in Oakland or if he's going somewhere else with another time. You don't know if there's a lot of quarterback movement here. Aaron Rodgers' contract is mad team friendly. They're getting Devontae Adams back. Maybe people want to go over there. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know where this team is going to be in 2, 3, 4 years. And if might not be enough to get people to sign here, at least not for an absorbent amount of money.
I'm gonna be
have you looked ahead?
I'm gonna be honest with you too, though. And like I said earlier, when we first started this, I went back to the to the article that they interviewed Khalil in. Like he was looking at it like, bro, I'm 30. I'm 30. This is football. Like
he knows he's got a limited time.
Like if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Like
we'd all be drunk.
For real. Like when we saw
we got these Justin, Southern black sayings on the show.
Yeah. Yo, when we saw Justin, he was bad.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not gonna say it was all bad. There were things that definitely showed that I wanted to be excited about, but there were things with Mitch I wanted to be excited about.
But the question is,
that Pittsburgh game,
to be like, yeah, he made that throw. I'm gonna wait 2 years until this dude's like that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm with you on that. What were you saying, Joe? You were saying, did we look at something?
Have you looked ahead for 2023? There are a ton, supposedly, of unrestricted free agents coming out in 2023. Unrestricted.
I think Ryan Poles has looked ahead to 2023, which is why it's huge that he got the money off. Like people are looking at what we got back from Mack. They're not actually putting the money in a value sense. Y'all know the Bears could have had to eat all of that and get rid of him.
Right. Tyreek Hill is supposedly an unrestricted free agent next year at 29 years old. You know what I'm saying? We got Fletcher.
They probably getting Tyreek back in there, but I'm with you.
I'm just saying, you just never know. Yeah. You know, they might make it.
They're working on a deal for Tyreek right now.
Right now, yeah. Tyreek's not going to get the free agency.
But my point is, he's unrestricted. And
I get
you.
You got,
but not. That's what I was telling Pat. Like right before you got on, I said the reason why the Bengals made the bowl is because they went out and had money, and they absolutely spent money. Like,
and the thing is, right, when you get to like looking at the defense, like to me, I'm all for trading defense for offense in the sense that can we put together enough with the people that are still here to be a top 15 defense? Yeah. Top 15 defenses make Super Bowls if you have a top 5 offense. Top 15 defenses are enough to win Super Bowls if you had a top 5 offense. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
yeah,
I think that there's Roquan Smith. I think, I don't know. I keep saying this. I don't know what Jalen Johnson is. I don't know if the dudes on the other side suck so bad that they just didn't throw to him because he had some semblance of talent, or if he's really highly, highly talented. But you would think that that's a piece. You would hope that you're able to rebuild this defensive line, which this is the one thing we don't have to worry about, Bears fans. We're going to find pass rushers. You know why? Because that logo back there is built off of nothing but pass rushers. Pass rushers, linebackers, cornerbacks. We got that.
Well, I think you're going to – if they're running some form of this kind of a run-heavy offense, this is a hybrid of and this is off the Shanahan tree, right? And some of the stuff they ran in Green Bay. And if you look at the stats of how Green Bay even used their running backs, there's a lot of scrimmage yards that it was like 700 for rushing, but 500 for passing, you know, for both running backs. And then what hopefully we should see is more third down conversions and keeping the defense fresh, which kind of answers your question. So I do feel like it's just a better quarterback play overall to kind of give us a more balanced squad. But I think if the draft picks, I mean, to get two second-round picks, who knows? Does he trade up to move up to get somebody he really wants and covets, or does he get two? He can get two starters out of the second round.
Yeah,
you know, and hopefully it's tackle. Hopefully we get some linemen, and I don't know if we're going to get a receiver.
Absolutely. And I told Pat, I said, hey, if they do trade Quinn and then they get like a second or a third, maybe you do got somebody in the first round that's like, we got some information after his pro day. You know, I kind of want to trade back. You cool with doing this, and then they back to the first round. That guy that they scouted,
you
might
could
be
trade
there.
up.
But I mean, if you look at it, I will say this. Joe's right about one thing. Scheme does matter because if you look at all the teams that had a two-back system, I mean, look at the Packers.
I see you, Vernell. I'm listening.
Look at the Packers. Look at the Chargers. Sure, you can look at the Bengals for all you want to. All them teams have what 27 to 30 a game, yeah. and the biggest and one of the biggest reasons why the Bengals even went to the Super Bowl because you like, this team was getting strutted on defense early. Their third down defense was immaculate.
No, that's a fact, and they were, and that's what I'm saying, right? What that team become? What it finished 18th, 19th in the NFL?
Like, on defense, yeah,
on defense, it wasn't high.
It wasn't nothing crazy.
But you look at it and you see guys playing the right way, guys playing their role and being in the right spots. Even in the Super Bowl, the Rams didn't run roughshod on the Bengals. That defense found its way throughout the season. That's something that could happen here, especially there's going to be a transition period when you're going from 3-4 to 4-3, there's going to be new players involved. There's going to be just learning a new scheme. There's some dudes that have never been a part of the 4-3 in this league that are on this team right now. So like, there's going to be that transition period. To me, the biggest thing that the Bears can do to be successful early is take that time that we were saying the defense has to keep the offense off the field. Now it might be the other way around. Run the ball, grind it out, get you some linemen, protect Justin, take your time moving it up and down the field, and maybe now it's keep the defense off of the field for a ton of time. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about the balance.
Yeah.
I just hope. I mean, I would love to see. Maybe this is just wishful thinking for me. Can we get the next Mike Brown? The next what's my man in Tampa Bay? The safety. Can we get them maybe out in the second round? You know, maybe that's what we get. We need a guy as that acts as that shortstop linebacker in the backfield. You know, we need
what made Eddie Jackson great?
He's a free safety. He's roaming.
What made Eddie great? I got it. What made Eddie great is the same thing that made Trayvon Diggs great, which is why I don't know why they hyping this man up. Michael Parsons, Khalil Mack, pass rush. Oh, I don't have time to really throw this ball.
Even with Mike Brown, every great safety, and maybe not every, most great safeties, right? I'm not gonna throw that full blanket on there, but you see, there's a pretty good defensive line in front of them. Usually,
you're missing. You're not letting me finish my point because that's the thing. When we had the Bears, when we had Tommy Harris, Urlacher with Briggs. No, Briggs came later. But the thing is that with Tillman, all those guys, that with Mike Brown, that made it a solid squad. The Tampa team, when I'm talking about with John Lynch, with Warren Sapp, and the linebacker. God dang it, he went to the Hall of Fame. It's the trifecta. Can we finally get that third piece that we need in the safety for a safety to round out that defense? That's all. Because we have defensive linemen, we have linebackers, but will we get that safety to also fit in that defense? That's what I want to see.
But even with that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not worried about the Bears building a defense. I've seen 20 plus years of that. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about the Bears building a defense. I'm just not. Like, I know that they can do it. I've seen them do like that whole logo back there is built on defense.
Derek Brooks, thank you.
Derek Brooks, yeah.
That's it.
That whole logo is built on. I'm not worried about the Bears being able to build a defense. What I'm worried about is, can you build a consistent offense to match up with that defense?
Well, first of all, we need to strip this all the way down. Are you bringing people in here can scout? Can we scout for talent? Will you hit on your number one picks? Will you hit on most? Can you at least
see that is tough for me, right? Because like the Bears kept I think the Bears kept a good chunk of Pace's scouts, and the Bears found talent
in the second and in later rounds. That's fine.
But the problem is Ryan Pace would go rogue in the first. Be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I can bring you all of these great players. Listen, John Fox walked into the office and said we should absolutely be looking at Deshaun Watson because his head coach just told me this dude's gonna be the Michael Jordan of football players. It don't matter if you send a card in a locked locker room when nobody can see you and say, let's take Mitchell Trubisky like it's draft day and you're going to script this movie well to the end. This ain't a movie. This ain't a movie finish. Like you got the scouts for a reason. Oh, I just traded away our best defensive talent. What?
Yeah. We'll see what my man Poles does, but I just feel like, will they be able to scout and find the talent? Because that's the thing. I mean, we've had it. We had a good team dang near almost 20 years ago, but he couldn't draft to sustain the greatness. They fell apart. Everybody aged out. So that's the thing.
To me, right? Like we did have a good, but how do we get 10 years? Give me 10 years of good. We've never seen 10 years of good football in this city since the 60s.
Well, yeah, because Lovey had 10. Well, Lovey was up and down. He was
up and down because he could never find an OC that was going to stick around. He could never find a quarterback that was worth anything. You know what I'm saying? So can we get 10 years?
Well, can ownership get out of the way of that? They're the ones that screwed up Lovey. They kept doing all that mess to him.
Well, they need a good scheme and they need good drafts.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully that's why the nervousness of getting the head coach.
Just get 5. I ain't even asking for 10.
No. I'm asking for 10. I deserve 10.
Yeah. See,
I'm asking for 10. I've never seen 10 years of good football.
Me in the middle, 7.
I don't want you guys to be like me when you get to my age.
Joe used to have hair.
Hey, nah. Joe, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Joe used to have hair.
Joe, I'm gonna tell you right now.
He used to have an afro out the heat.
Ain't nothing gonna be as bad as Spike Lee. Am I gonna have to die? But for the next one, another championship.
Hey, listen.
I don't want you guys to suffer like I have. Okay.
This is what's wild. We've watched Spike get old.
Yeah.
Spike's been courtside since the 90s.
Yeah. Yes, he has.
We've watched Spike age 30 years.
Spike had hair.
We've watched Spike Lee age 30 years, bro.
Yep.
And they haven't won a ring.
They got to a finals, though.
Spike for it.
Yeah.
Hey,
well,
man.
I think to your point, hopefully, like you said, it comes from the top down. Will the Bears get out of the way, which I doubt, but will they let this guy actually run the team? Hopefully he makes smart. It's all a lot of the ifs and all this stuff, but this might be finally they figured out that, hey, we have an NFL franchise and we should probably run it like an NFL franchise instead of this like a toy.
Poles comes in. Yeah, I think that's where Poles comes in. I think even when it was one of those. Remember, when he was going through the interview process, he said,
"If I can't hire my coach,
if I can't hire my own coach, I'll get back on the plane."
Yeah, and good for him.
Like that's and that's what he did. Now I hope him going oppo of everybody else is not the one time that George is right. But like I said during the process, we've watched this Bears team for a long time. He probably walked in and was like, "Who you want? Who you want?" Neither of those guys coming. All right, come on, Matt. Y'all suck. Come on, Matt.
And maybe this is the sign of times of, okay, finally getting some type of sustained, greatness, or just a competitive team,
Yeah.
And I'll take a Pittsburgh run. You got a shot to go. Even Green Bay. I mean, I'll take that. They've been pretty much, but they did a good job.
Funny.
Huh? What?
They're so funny. They just like, why would you bring back Aaron Rodgers for 4 more years? We haven't won a game. We haven't won a Super Bowl since. It's like,
yeah, but they're always
4.
They're a contender every year. Our seasons are typically over by like so many weeks. It's like it's a wrap. It's like forget it.
By Christmas.
Before that, sometimes
by Christmas, it's like, all right, well, let's look ahead to the draft.
That's too late.
Looking ahead to the draft.
Dude, our seasons be over by week 10. It's like, yeah, that's a wrap.
Oh my God, dog.
They're not going nowhere.
Man, we appreciate y'all for pulling up and rocking with us, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. We're gonna switch gears a little bit here. Let us know in the comments. Let us know after this thing posts. By the way, you can hear this on all DSPs after, and you can hear it over on the Contender. Check out the Contender Nonstop Sports Talk while you're on the clock. Let's switch gears a little bit, boys, because we saw a disrespectful drumming last night, and our Chicago Bulls may have to play one of those two teams. Philadelphia got their heads kicked in by the Brooklyn Nets. So my question to the chat, to the boys here, of course, who's more for real? Who do the Bulls have to worry about more? Who's that team that, oh my God, we're not going to be able to beat them? Is it Philadelphia, who struggled against some of those better teams? Or is it the Nets, who have been in an 8th seed but are finally starting to seem to gel a little bit more? Who's that team that you absolutely are trying to avoid going into this playoffs?
First things first. I mean, I tried to tell y'all.
Oh, I was right there with you, dog.
We tripping off the Knicks and the Wolves. Mind you, hey, that man shot 3 for 17 and went out and partied with Travis Scott and Lil Baby after. But this supposed to be your...
Is this your king?
This your dude?
Is this your king?
I'm just saying, look. Last night was essentially, this is what happened. Katie and Kyrie got on the floor and was like, all right, it's James, it's Joel.
Yeah.
Our 2 is still better than any 2 you think you got. Shaq and Kobe, who? All right, watch this. And that's basically all it was. They ran them. And I'm gonna basically tell you, because I saw the statement. KD last night, they asked him in the pressure. It was like, why were you guys so successful against the Sixers? He absolutely said, hey, bro, they're not good in transition. They suck on the boards. Once you get the rebound, just push the ball.
Yeah.
They tired.
Yeah.
They tired.
They are the worst team in the NBA at rebounding, by the way.
And I think what happened last night was one thing that it showed them, Philly fans, is that one, I've been saying it, how many times are we gonna trip off James Harden getting traded, having these big scoring games, because he didn't show up last night. And then 2, once they do get banned, or even if they don't, we're still better than anything you put on the floor with the pieces that we got now.
It's weird, right? Because it's like you look at that team, and I'm looking at it from a Bulls standpoint, because, of course, it's C-Red over here, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. I know it's Bulls Nation over here. By the way, next live call versus Cleveland tomorrow at 6 o'clock, and then we get smacked in the face with a 9 p.m. game. Bastards. But I'm looking at Philly as a team, to me, that they came together at the perfect time for them to get hyped up. But when I saw them first, and now I'm just like, please, God, let Miami play Brooklyn. Brooklyn beat them, and then let Philly have to go up against Miami in that next round and let Philly take them out, and then we get Philly, or Miami or Brooklyn take Philly out, and then we get Brooklyn. Either way, but I think there's a tiptoe path for the Bulls to get to the Eastern Conference Finals by getting like, hey, we playing Boston. Ooh, look at that. We got Cleveland. And, fam, Kyrie took that personally last night, by the way. Kyrie took that. I can see right now why why James Harden didn't like Kyrie Irving. Because remember they came out and they said Harden and Kyrie would go extra hard at Harden in practice, and Harden would just be getting cooked every year.
That came from a Nets executive. That came from a Nets executive. He said before he even stepped foot on the court, was allowed to practice, he would beat James 1-on-1 every day.
Yeah,
and he clamped them up in the 5-on-5 scrimmages. Yeah. And you could see it. You could see it yesterday, bro. I'm like, Kyrie is getting into this man's chest. What is
I haven't seen Kyrie play defense like that ever. I've never seen Kyrie ever play defense like that in my life.
I'm like, bro.
Here's a question to y'all, right? With where they are right now, we talked about this over on Locked On Bulls. Check out the new episode of Locked On. That's live right now over on Locked On. Make sure you check it out after this. These are my favorite. These are my favorite, right? Don't be scared. Want to be the best, got to beat the best. Not true. I've seen teams absolutely sneak their way all the way to an NBA Finals by just playing teams that were injured, playing teams that time didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am very fine. We get to the NBA Finals. Listen, and I'm beating my chest just as hard because we got to the NBA Finals.
I'd rather beat the best to be the best. I would rather.
That sound good when you're not sitting in the Super Bowl. Hey, would you have rather the Bears beat the Packers in the regular season and have to play the Titans, or not the Titans? Who would we have played? It would have been we beat the Seahawks that year, and then we beat.
What are you talking about? The 2010 year?
2010 year. Who'd the Packers beat to get there? It was a cakewalk. Like if the Packers lost, we were like, we're going back to the Super Bowl.
Wait. What year was that?
2010, when the idiots felt they let Green Bay win because we want to beat them and knock them out of the playoffs. It's like that was the dumbest logic.
Dumb. That's stupid.
But you play to win. Always play to win, regardless.
But that's stupid. Hey, look, they're a better team. That's stupid.
That was
you any way you can get to the Saints, we absolutely would have bust the Saints.
No, we beat the Saints to go to the Super Bowl.
No. The Packers had to play the Saints.
What year is it? You talking about 2010?
2010. The Packers had to play the Saints to get to the NFC title game. Because remember, we had to buy.
Oh yeah, we dropped them off after that.
Yeah, they came. That's the infamous Jay Cutler at his knee game, right?
Was it knee or thumb?
His knee.
It was knee. Yeah, it was knee.
Yeah, he didn't want to. He was riding a pedal. He didn't want to. Whatever.
And Must sitting there. Jay Cutler quit on us. It was like the dude that took 11 sacks in a game quit on y'all in the NFC title game.
No, I don't know. I think
that's y'all argument right here. Like,
no, he could have played. He didn't even have a torn. I don't even remember him having like a torn knee. He was just crying. I'm sorry. That's
hey
right.
Man,
whack.
I'll never question Jay Cutler toughness. I watched that man take shot after shot after shot and keep getting back up. I would have quit on us.
No, that was
as much as Jay got hit, I absolutely would have quit.
That game meant too much to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm gonna just sit this one out." We had them. They had them, and they lost.
He went back out there, and there was something else.
No, I think wasn't that the game when they was like, "Oh, you pedaling on a bike, but you can't get
Caleb Haney." Yeah, Caleb Haney got there and lost the game.
Out there and throw the ball.
He didn't try. The whole point was like you got examples like Byron Leftwich getting carried and do whatever, putting it all on the line, and you lost the game. He could have did something. Anyway,
I still stand on that. He could have went back in.
He could have went back.
Hey, listen.
To ask you a question.
That was the game Caleb Haney was about to live in Bears history if he would have pulled that off.
Hey,
and it would have been all about Caleb Haney. Yeah.
I say this. It ain't your knee. when it's your knee, you feel different about it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, he could have went back in. That's what I thought. Baki said he went back in and couldn't plant on his back foot. He couldn't throw it.
Yeah, whatever. Use the front one. Whatever. You get paid too much money.
Not how you throw a football.
Hands on the line. We're talking about going to the Super Bowl at home, and you let the game go.
We want this man to Isaiah Thomas that mug.
I want him to Byron Leftwich it. That's what I want him to do.
You can't cut the knee off and keep playing, dog.
Hey, that man said if Aaron Rodgers did it and he came back out and won the game.
Yeah, you could have, man, take a shot and get out there. He tripping. Now, you know what? To answer your question, I think the Nets, my initial response when they made the trade was I figured the Nets would still be in disarray and trying to gel together. And I thought that the Sixers actually would have won because you had a 1-2 dynamo punch. Yeah. So right now, though, like just seeing how that game went, the Nets are a better shooter. They're a better shooting team. I mean, KD alone is a problem. Yeah. And then they got Seth. It's a problem in general.
Seth, Patty.
Yeah. So
I think I
agree.
And KD came back. He's getting healthy. So the Nets they basically get to come in on the 8th seed, and then who is number one? Who is number one?
Miami.
Yeah, that is a knockoff. Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
Hey man. Hey,
this ready for another first round exit, my boy?
Do y'all want me to just come out and say like we about to get cooked?
No, actually, yeah.
Like,
that'd be hilarious.
No.
Hey, listen.
Stop the cap.
Be honest though. Even if you ride for your team, do you feel good about a first round matchup versus Brooklyn?
For Chicago?
Do I feel good about it?
For Chicago?
No, I'm talking about for Miami. Even if you ride for your team. Even if you ride for your team.
But I'm not going to sit up here and be like, you know what? It's Brooklyn.
I forgot he was for everybody but Chicago.
Get smacked. Yeah. It's over. Like that's not gonna happen.
Hey, no,
I get you. And they got Drummond. They got a 20 rebound machine.
But I still think honestly, like that I still think they can get up to 6. I still think they can get up to 6.
Shout out Baki. Ringo, you ain't got to say it, but we all know that he's getting cooked.
Let me go find my chef hat. I got my label.
I mean, as best as you want to believe. but no, I mean, I still think the Nets can get up to 6. But I do believe somehow, some way the NBA is gonna force that first round matchup between Philly and
They gonna force it?
Dog.
No.
Hey, you can't tell me.
Why would they?
The NBA. That's
not
the
good
thing.
money.
The NBA doesn't want that matchup.
They want that matchup in the Eastern Conference.
Yes, they do not want that matchup in the first round.
Heck no.
Hey, we said this over on Locked On, dog.
Right?
Hey, we said this over on Locked On. I said let there be some random thing that happens right before the playoffs, and Brooklyn loses in the play-in tournament.
Oh, it's gonna be no
the
more.
Play-in tournament will be over.
So they go to 6. That means, they don't need them to go to 6. I mean, if Philly stands pat, Chicago's 4 and 5. Yeah. Well, Brooklyn just needs to stand pat, and because nobody's scared, nobody's crying if Miami gets bounced in the first round. I'm not.
Ringo is, but
that's okay. He's all right. He's Army of One.
Would you like where would y'all like the Bulls to stay? Would you like them at 4? Would you like them at 3? And I think, listen, I say they gonna come in. They'll finish the season 11. I think I got it 11-4.
We said 50. We said about 50 wins. They got 50.
They gonna get about 51 wins. 51 wins probably puts you in the 3rd seed, maybe the 2nd if Milwaukee doesn't keep winning, but probably puts you.
I got 48 wins for the Bulls.
Oh, P Kid, what's up, man?
The pettiest man alive in the building.
I got 48 wins for the Bulls.
Yeah, but
you look like you just took care of business in a broom closet right now,
bro. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, the shirt is unbuttoned.
Hey, he got the shirt unbuttoned. A little sweat on the brow right now.
Is it sweat on the brow? No, I definitely
sweat on the brow.
I definitely handle business though. You know.
Oh my God.
Wow. Oh,
Definitely handle
jeez,
business.
Bud. Shout out to you. Clap it up for that,
All right.
man.
You know,
Kid number 3 on the way.
not that type of business. Not that type
Man's
of business.
killing the game, dog.
Professional business, not that business. Okay. This man out here wilding.
Keep them. They're going to stay between 3rd to 5th anyways. They're all. I mean, Philly, Chicago, and Boston are basically all about half a game behind each other.
Yeah,
they all got right now. They all got 40 wins.
51 wins. You might be looking at a third, depending on because Milwaukee is like Giannis, and if Chris Middleton has a good day, like Drew is consistent. Giannis is consistent. If Chris Middleton has a good day, they are the most dominant team in the NBA. Wait. Middleton has a Chris Middleton day, them mugs are very big.
Wait. When is Lonzo and Caruso coming back? We talked about. I forgot.
Lonzo's probably gonna be back by the end of the month. Caruso,
he might be in April. He might be back in April.
Caruso is coming back probably next week. Same thing with P. Will. Hey, I'm not mad at it.
So P. Will's coming back when?
They could both be back
next week.
Yeah, they could. Caruso could be back by that Sacramento game.
So that's good.
Yeah, they'll be. The Bulls are going to be getting healthy the entire time they're going on this stretch.
They'll be healthy enough because Zach still is. We'll see how he is with his knee, but they should be a full team, just like Brooklyn's becoming a full team. So
yeah,
that's to me. I think they stay around 4. I don't know if they leap over Philly. We still have a problem of beating the elite teams, so I can't say with confidence like they'll be the 3rd team. It's kind of panned out who they are. So,
we'll see. For them to stay 4, they're gonna have to beat the elite teams. We've got nothing but elite teams on this final stretch.
No, we also have to give credit to who the other teams have to play. Like the Bucks have the Warriors tonight.
Yeah.
Then they have the Jazz. Then they eventually play us on the 22nd again. Then they have the Celtics. Then they later in their schedule, they got the Sixers and the Nets and the Clippers, the Mavericks, and us. Outside of that, then they have to play Celtics in the season playing the Cavs.
Yeah.
Right.
They have a relatively tough schedule.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying Bulls could absolutely, if the Bulls can win, find a way. Now listen, if you don't beat the top teams in this last stretch, you might go 5-11, not 11-5. We might be talking about a completely different scenario here. But if you go 11-5, you could absolutely be in 2nd because the Bucks schedule is ridiculous.
Well, if they're my point was, hopefully even with the full squad, what we talked about yesterday, there was at least 5 games of the elite. There it was Miami in there, and was it in Milwaukee? There was a few of them where they're not. I didn't feel they were going to beat them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that 10 wins is based off beating all the fluff kind of people, and maybe a marginal like Utah was an iffy. So I don't know. I feel like they're probably going to stay around. I think they stay around 4th, which is fine.
I'm not mad at it. A first round matchup with. I'm sorry, dog. Like Boston is absolutely playing better. They look more in sync. They're going into the playoffs, winning a lot of games in a row. Shout out to them.
I just think
a lot of teams in there that they've played, even those big name teams. It's like, yeah, but they weren't playing with Harden that night. They weren't playing with Ja that night. They weren't playing with like. When you go through and look, if you just look at the team and where they're positioned, you're like, yeah, they beat a great team there. But then if you dig into like what actually went down in the game, you're like, oh, they weren't playing with Kyrie that night because it was in Boston. Or they weren't playing with Kyrie that night because it was in Brooklyn, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And we've seen the Brooklyn Nets is a very different team. Without Kyrie on it, dog. He took that matchup so personally, dog. I've never seen Kyrie Irving play defense that good in my life.
Can we talk about how Kyrie has absolutely been a better player than James Harden, but people hate on Kyrie so much that they won't give it to him?
Bro, we knew that though.
Who says James Harden is better than Kyrie Irving? You got to get in better NBA circles, my dude.
James Harden at his peak was not better than when Kyrie.
I got a question for you.
No,
why did you be finding these circles?
No, you know where Kid find these NBA circles. He go into circles so that he can debate everybody down. So he go into the dumb NBA circles. He get in there. He be like, Kyrie Irving got better, is a better player than Michael Jordan. And here's why I come with the facts. Like,
absolutely not. No, sincerely, if you look at mainstream media, they would have ranked James Harden higher than Kyrie. And I never had him ranked higher. I never had him ranked higher than Kyrie. Like, I want you to understand, I've never had him ranked higher. Even when he was doing his Kobe Bryant impression in Houston and all that stuff, I've never had him ranked higher than Kyrie Irving. But a lot of people would say that he was better than Kyrie Irving, and that's just stupid. It's just stupid. There's nothing that James Harden can do that Kyrie can't.
I don't know who. Now, here's the thing, right? If they hit it with the caveat of James is actually playing, Kyrie's not, okay. But there's like talent-wise, they're not even close. Like Kyrie's head and shoulders above James Harden as a player.
He beat him when he was
Kyrie's head and shoulders above most of the people that they rank in top 10. He just hasn't played the full season. Like that's the crazy part. Kyrie's a top 10, top 5 player in the NBA right now, if you really want to look at it.
But Kyrie's never played a full season, so that's nothing new.
Shouldn't be nothing new, but
you know what I'm saying? He's usually not there for the playoffs as well. So hopefully this is a playoff series. Listen, Kyrie on that team, they still got to show me that he can be healthy a full series or a full playoff run.
I don't look at him getting injured in Boston as in the Bucks. What's the name? Matchup as a him thing. You got to look at that. Like, you can't do anything about the fact that Giannis slid under him, which I still think was a dirty play. No one's going to give him that, but I think it was a dirty play.
I mean, okay. Like, sure, he was hurt, though. Like, was it a dirty play that got him hurt? Yeah, but he was hurt. But that's like most times when Kyrie's there.
And here's the thing. Embiid has never played over 65 games, but
he's been hurt most of his career. Like, it's nothing new. Like, the one time he wasn't hurt in the finals, they won. That showed you his impact.
Yeah,
but
he's a Duke
he was
player.
there for the finals.
The Duke players.
You know, like I give him all the credit in the world for helping Brian in them finals. But
he's the reason they won
without him there.
Yeah, but he's the reason they won. Like, no, Kyrie is
easily the reason they won.
He's definitely an impact player, and when healthy, he is a whole problem. He's an amazing player. He's just got some stuff going on up in here that's just like, okay, bro, okay, great, yep, Earth's flat. All right, just play basketball. Okay,
like right
all right.
I like that comment right there.
Okay.
You be there a lot. Hey, listen, I'm not dealing in ifs when I say that he's a top 10 player.
No, he is. I don't think anybody.
Ain't if.
It's more about him shooting himself in the foot.
Nah, but yeah, his career is kind of an if though, because you got to finish it. Y'all seen that stroke I had in the middle of that? I turned to the Porky Pig right there. His career is kind of an if though, because like if I look at his career, it's a lot of if he was healthy right here. Now I will say, check out the JJ Redick podcast with Jason Tatum, where he talks about what really went down in Boston and why that didn't work. It's actually mad interesting. So like,
y'all talked about Tariq Cohen getting released?
Yeah, we already talked about that, dog.
Kind of figured that was going.
Welcome back. But if you listen to how things went down in Boston, it wasn't just Kyrie getting injured that threw things off there. There was a lot of kind of what we knew. There was a power struggle for who wanted to roll, and what's his name didn't know how to deal with it, essentially. What's his name? Brad Stevens. Brad, you got to be a special kind of coach, dog. That's why I say, like, when Muzz talk about Phil Jackson is legitimately the greatest head coach of all time.
Mm-hmm.
They like Greg Popovich win numbers. Greg Popovich win numbers great. Greg Popovich had the most humble superstars you've ever seen in your life.
Very coachable.
Very coachable. Phil Jackson had to grab Michael Jordan by the scruff of his jersey, pull him in his face, and yell at him and say, "Pass the ball. Who's open?" You don't do that to Michael Jordan.
No.
What did he
Pat,
just do?
Pat,
Hey, and then immediately Mike said, "I got you."
No, Pat. He coached Dennis Rodman too. Crazy Dennis Rodman. not Detroit Dennis Rodman. We got
twice.
this. Right.
Twice.
He also had to coach.
He didn't have hardworking, I love my family Dennis Rodman. He had, I'm gonna marry myself Dennis Rodman.
and he had to coach the largest child in history. The largest human adult child in Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq?
Yeah.
You talking about Scotty?
Shaq wants to make videos and movies and this and that. He don't want to work hard.
Oh, you talking about Shaq?
Yeah.
The largest. Talking about Scotty.
The
largest. Talking about Scotty crying over the last shot.
The biggest kid on the planet. He had to coach that guy too.
Hey, to be fair though,
and with the biggest ego in the world, dog.
To be fair though.
The second two biggest egos ever.
He legitimately coached 3 of the biggest egos in NBA history, and 2 of them he did it at once.
Yep,
and went back to back with him.
Who's 4?
Kobe.
Kobe's included in the 3.
Wait, who's the third one? Mike,
Dennis, Shaq,
Kobe.
Oh, Dennis didn't have no ego with it when he came there.
I don't know.
Dennis was like, I'm just here, dog.
Shaq had it. I don't know.
Shaq, absolute. Shaq to this day
says it himself.
He says the reason that we didn't win 8 is because I was not willing to accept the fact that I was getting old. He said I could have absolutely took less money, said, hey, kid, now it's your team. You do what you want to do. We're going to still win these championships together. Well, and that's why he left.
I guess ego, or that's just selfish in my opinion. He's just a selfish.
Yeah, but that's ego. I mean, Jordan was too. Jordan didn't want to pass the ball.
Yeah, but ego's like, I know.
Hey, and then Jordan would look at the rest of the room and be like, you know why I don't pass you the ball? Because y'all suck.
Yeah, but he could back it up though. That was a.
Wait, who was that rookie that they was talking about that absolutely like? He said it in the doc. He was like he could have been good, but he just wasn't mentally tough. Like he was getting buckets in college.
Christian Laettner.
You talking
about Christian Laettner?
Nah, on the Bulls. It was on the doc.
You're not talking about Scott Burrell.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He wasn't a rookie.
I felt so bad for him. I felt so bad for him.
I've never heard somebody call
hey, get over here. Shoot that shot.
Hey, I didn't know Muggs was using hoe as a regular term like that back then. Like, the 90s was a wild time. Shoot that shot, hoe.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Yeah, that was a common vernacular. Yes, it was in our time.
Hey, yep. I was not expecting that in the slightest, dog. Like watching that in the documentary, he look at Scott Burrell in the face. What up, ho?
just messing with him too, like that.
Lord.
Yep. Anything to get that competitive edge. Yep.
Dog, I was cracking up at that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Seeing that in the documentary, that was the funniest thing in the world. Bro, that was the funniest thing in the world, dog.
No, I was dying, but I was like, dang, bro, that must be tough.
Fam, he just took it. He just took it, which was right. Like that's the thing about like it's a mentality thing, especially back then that you'll not see in the NBA now. Like even how Stacey King talked about how he got on the team. Like listen to Stacey King on his podcast, the Give Me the Hot Sauce podcast, when he talks about how people looked at players coming in, even like they came in. He's talking about working out. He don't know Phil Jackson is the head coach, first of all, because it wasn't no Twitter. He's down in Arkansas. This mother come up here. So he don't know who the heck Phil Jackson is. So like he's down there and they bring him in for a workout. And Phil Jackson, he plays center in the NBA. Or he was power forward. He played power forward. So he's the one working him out. So, Stacey said he think he going through a regular workout. He said Phil over there giving him bowls. He trying to back him down. Phil, he said, is this dude pushing me? Like, is he bowing me right now? Yeah. He said, oh, okay, I got it. So he said he backed him down the next time, came through with the bow, took him out over the shoulder, pump fake, jam. And he's like, he got in his face, said, yeah, mother. said after that, somebody was like, hey, man, good workout. Was like, you know who that is? What you mean? That's the head coach of the Chicago Bulls. I guess I'm not getting drafted by Chicago.
And it was at that moment that Stacey realized that he effed up.
They drafted him. It worked out.
I know.
I'm trying to see here. I'm seeing Renewable saying Breaking Bears news, but I don't see no Breaking Bears news. My boy, what you see? I don't see no Breaking Bears news right now. I see that the Jaguars released Carlos Hyde. Who cares?
About time.
Right. Carlos Hyde been needing to get released for about 10 years now. Hey man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. We got something fun to break down though. Something serious, and I think it's gonna cause a lot of controversy. Especially just how Joel was so passionate talking about it. You talk about Cohen release. We talked about that already, my boy. Just how Joel was so passionate talking about it the other day, dog. And he was like, you can't put that movie on there. That's not a good movie to put on there. We are doing our own bracket. Put all of them on there, by the way. We're doing our own bracket. But this is not a sports bracket. This is not a team's bracket. This is the sports movie brackets. We want to know what is the greatest sports movie of all time.
Put the whole the side is cut off.
Oh, I'm a hold on. Can y'all see it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna zoom in on all the spots. I'm gonna zoom in on all the spots because I know the text came in a little small. You know what I'm saying? Some of these movies got long titles.
All right.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. But no, we're gonna be breaking down what is the greatest sports movie of all time. But it's not going to be us picking it. Now, we're going to vote on it as well, but we're going to put these over in the community tabs. Starting today, you'll have the rest of the weekend to vote on it, and by the Monday show, we will let you know who moves on. Now, let's get into this bracket a little bit right here, right? Because we got to talk about some of these 1 seeds that we got. Let's get, bow.
This dude said Braveheart.
Hold on. I gotta actually take this part off so we
you
can
silly
actually
Mark. You silly mug.
I was gonna say because I can't.
Braveheart.
So our first 1 seed, our 116 seed, we got Remember the Titans versus Invictus.
I never even watched Invictus. What is it? Oh, that's the South
Morgan
African.
Freeman. Yeah. Good movie, dog. That's a heck of a 116 matchup there.
Yeah, remember
that's a heck of a 116 matchup there. On the other side of the bracket, you got Sandlot versus Hoop Dreams.
Now that's not fair. That's not fair.
Sandlot.
Easy money. Why did you put Little Giants?
Hey, listen. That's a 1 seed versus a 16 seed. It's not supposed to be fair.
But you got Little Giants. Like Little Giants should be dang near 16. Whatever.
Little Giants a little bit better.
Hey, I don't care what you say. Little Giants was hard.
Little Giants ain't bad. You know what I'm saying?
Little Giants was hard.
That's because that came out. You guys were the little kids watching that show.
Exactly, old man. You got Hoosiers versus Air Bud. A 116 matchup. Hoosiers. I got Hoosiers winning that. I'm pretty confident Hoosiers comes out with the dub.
I'm sorry, but Air Bud was like the first one was actually a decent movie.
Bro, Air Bud's a sneaky pick, bro. If you get somebody with some nostalgia in that mud.
How come you ain't got none of the Ernest flicks on this joint?
None of Ernest flicks.
For sports?
Yeah, he got like an Ernest plays something. Like he was just like Air Bud.
I think Ernest's first movie was actually funny. The rest of them were garbage after that.
Yeah. And then at the 1 seed, just for Joel, because I'm a Rocky 4 guy. He's a Rocky 3 guy.
Right.
We got Rocky 3. I did spell it wrong.
Right.
How the heck I do that? Don't worry about it. We got Rocky 3.
Rocky.
Versus Talladega Nights.
Yeah, but you couldn't. Come on, man.
First off, Talladega Nights. Are you serious?
You got best of Rocky. Okay.
Hey, you know it's a lot of good sports movies out there, fellas.
Yeah, but you're putting them. You're not ranking them.
I don't know
properly.
what to do with my hands. You put your hands
Why,
down.
How I'm not ranking them properly?
Talladega
if
Nights.
You're not first, you're last.
Y'all don't even know the rest of the movies.
You don't even know the movies.
I seen all the movies.
If you're not first, you're last.
Come on, man. You gonna scroll back down. And
Hey, Jay. Hey, Joe, don't you wish that on me, Ricky Bobby?
Wait a minute. Time out, bro. Dude. Where's the Benchwarmers at?
Benchwarmers isn't on here, I believe. I think I got it on here.
Where the Benchwarmers at?
It might have got missed. I don't know.
Chariots of Fire. What?
Right.
Moneyball.
That should be 16, and Talladega Nights should be moved up. Give him a shot.
Moneyball versus Hardball.
Nah.
I don't even remember Hardball. Moneyball's good.
Moneyball was a better movie, but Hardball.
Hardball is a classic. Moneyball
isn't Hardball with the dude that was
with G-Baby.
Nah, hey, I love it when you call me. Hey, come on now. What y'all talking about?
Moneyball was a better.
Is the Replacements in here with
the Replacements is in here. So let me get through the movies for y'all.
Hey, wait a minute. Time out. Where's Any Given Sunday at?
We got Draft Day versus Dodgeball.
Oh, Dodgeball all the way. Sorry.
Dodgeball.
Sorry. Dodgeball.
Y'all got an upset?
Yeah. Dodgeball. Over Draft Day.
See what the fans say.
Yeah. LaFleur, yes. Dodgeball all day.
Major League
versus
then
that's not fair.
Can't jump.
That's not fair.
Major League, yes. I'm taking
Major League. You spell major wrong. Major League versus White Man Can't Jump. That's no. You shouldn't have did that. You did that wrong.
Yeah. See,
you did that wrong. You put that thing on there way too soon. Now you done made us knock out. Hey. Major League knocks out half these movies on this list.
Hey. Where was y'all input on the list?
You just did it. We told you let's do it together. You decided to do it. We tried to tell you yesterday.
Don't act like you ain't just dropped this last night. Shut up.
Right.
What'd y'all tell me? What'd y'all tell me?
Bro, we said sports movie bracket. We didn't know you were just gonna do it and then just
tell you what.
Hey, Ringo, what'd you send in?
You just did it. You didn't ask any input.
Bro,
you knocked it out.
I said, he was like, "Oh, we trying to do this bracket?" I said, "Sports movie bracket." We didn't know he was just gonna do it.
Hey, I said I was doing it. I said, "Oh, you know what? You would have known that if you was on the show yesterday." Wow, let's go. Anyway,
the show,
not you, Ringo. Field of Dreams versus Gridiron Gang.
Field of Dreams.
Woo, interested, dog. I didn't forget 42, y'all. Can we get through the movies? Dang, Mud sitting here like, you forgot this movie. God, I love being the committee. What'd I say? All I sent in was chaos.
You got it, buddy.
On that, hold on, where's the 3C? Why can't I see?
Any Given Sunday versus Rocky 5?
You know what? 4? Can you know what you should do? We should do our bracket, and then you should do like the all the people in the chat do the bracket. So we can do this real time.
Any Given Sunday versus Rocky?
I'm trying to find. Oh yeah, here we go. Blindside versus Seabiscuit.
Blindside.
Blindside.
That's a 3-14 matchup right there.
I actually like Seabiscuit though.
Seabiscuit's a good movie. I told Joe yesterday, I'm like, Seabiscuit's a good movie. He was like, nah, I don't need it.
I'm sorry.
Man, I never cared for the horse race.
The Natural versus Little Giants.
Natural.
Little Giants.
Natural. Y'all never watched The Natural then. The Natural's a good movie.
The Natural's a great movie. I'm not gonna lie. That's why The Natural's so high.
The Natural's a really good movie.
I'm
surprised you put King. I saw Kingpin on there. I said, okay.
Kingpin's
Rudy
on
versus what?
Rudy versus Vision Quest.
I don't even know what Vision Quest is. So Rudy.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I put some of these movies on here based on nostalgia and like where they're rated in the world. Rudy is not a good movie to me.
I'm just saying I don't even know what Vision Quest is because
why do
the League of Their Own versus Best of the Best?
I'm picking the League of Their Own.
Easy.
League of Their Own
in baseball.
I'm sorry, I can't know every movie. Chicago Garza. I don't even know.
Hey, now here's the 4-13 matchup. Any Given Sunday versus Rocky 5.
God dang it, man. That's a hard. Oh, 5? I'm taking Any Given Sunday.
Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
Come on,
I gotta roll with Any Given Sunday.
That Rocky 5 was kind of corny.
Hey, Paris didn't even see the number. He was just like, Any Given Sunday versus Rocky. He was like, it's a specific one. You got to know which one it is here. That's why it's a low seed. What else we got? We got 4.
You put 42 versus Blue Chips. Oh, snap.
It's tough.
42.
Happy Gilmore versus Space Jam 2.
Happy Gilmore.
Space Jam 2 wasn't as bad of a movie as everybody say, though.
I don't even know who's in Hardball. I don't remember this movie. Let me look this
Hardball?
I don't remember.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
though.
you might have to go do some research on that one.
Hey, you're going to have to do some research on that. We got Miracle on Ice versus Kingpin.
Miracle on Ice.
Miracle on Ice.
Kingpin. Shoot.
Kingpin. Hey, those are 2 great movies. Those are two great movies. And then we got Space Jam on the other side versus Coach Carter.
Wait, time out.
Original Space Jam
versus Creed 2. We need to do our own bracket. This is
Hey,
you put a kid, yo.
Hey, listen. I said I put some of the movies on here rated on nostalgia.
Is Hardball with Keanu Reeves? I don't remember this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
oh, I remember that kid. I don't remember.
You've never seen this movie?
I've seen.
Dog, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't like Hardball.
I saw it. I just don't remember. It doesn't.
Hardball is depressing as heck.
He's a coach. He was a coach that had a ragtag group of kids and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't. This doesn't stand out to me.
All right.
Yeah, I remember.
So now we got the 6-11 matchup. Oh no, did we do 5? I didn't do 5, right? The Replacements versus Pride of the Yankees. The 5-12 matchup.
I don't remember the Pride. I'm gonna say the Replacements.
Wait, that's that movie with Keke Palmer in it, right? It's absolutely a movie with Ice Cube and Keke Palmer, where like Keke Palmer is a quarterback.
Look at Ringo's face, like yeah.
Why y'all stop? I'm surprised I never
heard
that.
Right? Yeah. Where's Debbie Does Dallas on the list?
Hey Ringo, just go watch the Replacements.
This man. You're a savage.
No, yesterday some of the movies was.
Hey, somebody did say that. Somebody did say that.
You're a whole savage.
Hey. We got 42 versus Blue Chips in the 5-12 matchup.
Oh, that's hard, man.
42.
Hey, y'all know the 5-12 matchup is normally where you see some most of your upsets at.
I like Blue Chips.
I mean,
Blue Chips is good.
Blue Chips.
But over 42,
that's tough.
Because I knew what it represents. 42.
Bull Durham versus Cinderella Man.
Cinderella Man.
Who was Cinderella Man? Cinderella Man was who was in that? That was
Joe be knowing the actors' names, dog. I give you credit for that, dog. And then the Rookie versus Chariots of Fire.
I got the Rookie.
Chariots of Fire. What's the Will Smith skating movie?
What?
The Will Ferrell. I'm sorry, Will Ferrell.
You talking about Blades of Glory?
What you talking about?
Okay, Blades of Glory. I couldn't remember the name of that. Cinderella.
That ain't a Will Smith
I never really watched. That was a boxing movie. I don't remember that movie.
All right, 6-11.
6-11. Where you at?
Slapshot versus 8 Men Out.
I didn't even watch Slapshot. I'm gonna go 8 Men Out.
Neither one of those.
I'm gonna go with that's the baseball. That's
8 Men Out is the 1919 Black Sox.
Whites. Okay, White Sox.
Well,
yeah. Shoeless Joe
Jackson.
The
greatest Rocky of all time. Rocky IV versus Secretariat.
Rocky IV.
ATL, bro. We not doing hood movies.
ATL's a skating movie. That's not doing sports. Some hood
movies.
You put ATL in there? The skating movie?
Friday Night Lights versus Karate Kid.
Roll bounce?
What? Friday Night Lights.
Oh, Karate Kid, man.
Wait. Friday Night Lights versus what?
Hey, and this is hey, kid. This is what's funny. He didn't want me to put Karate Kid on here.
But he put it up against Friday Night Lights.
I'm like, they're in a karate tournament.
But it's here, so it's
Kid.
Karate Kid, man. I mean, this was what it
was. Wait. Which Karate Kid is we talking about though?
Karate Kid,
the first one.
The original, not the Jaden Smith.
But see,
not Jaden Smith, buddy.
Pat is looking for chaos, and that's what he's doing.
Yes.
He putting Friday Night Lights. I mean, he could have swapped Friday Night Lights with Vision Quest, and we could have took Rudy right out.
No, Friday Night Lights is not a 14.
Dude, look, you got Rudy against Vision Quest, then you got Friday Night Lights against Karate Kid. If you put Friday Night Lights against what?
On the low, you know what the real upset is? You got Ford versus Ferrari versus the Waterboy.
It's a tough one.
And the
Waterboy
Ford versus Ferrari is absolutely
Ford
a better
versus
movie.
Ferrari is a great movie.
It is a great movie, but Waterboy
it's actually the best movie in that bracket right there.
It's a good movie, but Waterboy is freaking hilarious. And it's Bobby
Brian's
Boucher.
Song versus Angels in the Outfield.
I mean, that's just a whack, I guess, Brian's Song.
hey, that's the matchup where you like, yeah, they played, don't they?
Right. Okay. Well, he gonna put
It's a Chicago sports channel, dog. I can't not have Brian's song on it. You know, Brian's song was like the 70s version of or 80s version, whenever it came out, of a Lifetime movie.
No, it was a touching movie, and I get it.
Yeah, I wasn't that touched.
Back then, that was a big deal.
Hey, at the 7 and 10 spot, we got We Are Marshall versus the Bad News Bears.
Marshall. That's easy.
We Are Marshalls.
Okay, I guess bring it here.
Hey.
We got Lil Mama in the chat. As we close, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Let's go to what was I doing? 7-10 For the Love of the Game versus Chariots of Fire.
For the Love of the Game.
Is that a repeat? Chariots of Fire? What's on the other side?
It's on there twice.
Chariots of Fire.
Did I put that on there twice? Did I tweak on that?
Yeah. Chariots on the Fire on the other side.
Ooh, we might have somebody that we can swap in on that. Who y'all want to swap in on that?
Well,
did I?
Once reorganize this whole bracket. We'll redo the bracket.
I ain't reorganizing nothing. This the bracket.
I'll do it for you.
This is the bracket. Oh, I do got it on there twice. All right, we'll add a movie in.
Did you add placements? What was I just watching recently? Sports. It'll come to me.
Wait, you ain't put Invincible on here, did you?
Oh, you didn't.
I didn't. Okay, let's do it there then. For the Love of the Game versus Invincible.
I guess
Invincible.
That was with Mark Wahlberg, right? That was a Philly one.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
That's a good
this deal. My man reneged. We got to throw all the cards in.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big C. Mr. 3000.
Oh, snap. That's
Mr. 3000. The game.
Yeah, you rushing over here, Pat. We got to redo this list. We got to redo this list.
Bro, the list is the list. You get
what you get. That's your list.
You get what you get.
You got errors and misspellings.
First off, Karate Kid shouldn't be on this.
I did say that he should.
Karate Kid is
no.
Let
me tell you why I gotta be. If he got Like Mike on the list, he gotta put Karate Kid on the list.
Like Mike is a basketball flick. What are we talking about?
It's a sports movie. What is
Like Mike? Nobody trying to be Jackie Chan in his joint. What are we talking about?
And he technically got the shoes
karate
day, so it should be on the.
Karate is a sport, yes.
Ali.
Oh,
Hurricane City. Yup.
See, Ali. Yup.
Hey, listen. I didn't hear no input from y'all. So
listen, you put Thunderstruck on there.
I didn't hear no input from y'all. So
bro, Thunderstruck was buns. Thunderstruck
was a great movie.
Well, is wrestling a sport? Because we got
Caddyshack is on there.
What about
Caddyshack is on there?
Wrestling?
I don't even remember Caddyshack.
Ooh.
What'd you say, Joel?
That's tough.
I said wrestling's a sport too, isn't it? There's some wrestling movies out there that need to be in there.
Oh snap!
What we got? Did I do this? We on 17.
You know what's not on there? Sunset Park.
Hey, yeah. You know when these inputs would have been great before the show. What we got here? 7-10, right?
The dictator, Pat the designer.
No, Waterboy, whatever. Waterboy
versus you know what, Pat? Go ahead. Send me the list. We're gonna make some changes so they make a whole different thing.
The list is up. We making one change. We can add one movie. The list is the list. Y'all get. Hey, you know when y'all get to make changes? Next season.
Well, this season's about to be over really quickly because if we look at these 8 right here, the best movie right there is Ford versus Ferrari.
That don't mean that's what they gonna pick. It ain't just us 4. It's gonna be. This is all gonna be in the community tab. They gonna get the vote on each of these titles. You gonna see some upsets in this joint.
Yeah. Well. Way to go.
We should have an age range in which, like, you got to be a certain age to vote on these movies.
Hey, listen, these would have been great yesterday.
Well, the demographic is
that ain't got nothing to say against you. I'm just saying, for when we put in the community tab, you got to be above 25 to vote on these movies because it's movies on here that people weren't even alive for.
Fam, but there's no movie on here that's like a little kid movie. Like, if you ain't watched it, okay, like go watch it.
It's a kids movie.
Yeah, but it's a kids movie from us, not from them.
Bro, the only one that's on there is Space Jam 2.
Hey, you got to throw that on there though. 8-9 matchup. Cool Runnings versus Rocky 2.
Rocky 2.
Rocky 2.
Somebody radio.
Yeah, I get out of here.
All right.
So dumb. So dumb.
Radio.
Longest Yard versus Days of Thunder.
Longest Yard. Yeah, racing car movies is okay. Some of them.
He Got Game versus Glory Road.
He Got Game.
He got game.
That was easy.
Glory Road is a classic, dog. I might go Glory Road on that. I love He Got Game, but Glory Road is a classic.
You ain't getting the Jesus Shuttleworth.
It depends. He got Game uncut version?
Relax there, Ringo.
I mean, it only had like an extra 2 minutes. Like,
and then there's Rocky versus Caddyshack in that 8-9.
Rocky. Caddyshack just had some funny moments. Quirky.
And there's your brackets. Now we are gonna make one change before we get up out of here. What movie do we want to add in? Because I did put Chariots of Fire in there twice. What
Either
movie do we want to add
3000 or
Mr. 3000 or Ali?
Oh,
Mr. 3000 or Ali?
Why don't you take out one of them Vision Quest or whatever it was? Put Ali in.
Hey.
What is Vision Quest?
Yeah. Take Vision out, add Ali and Mr. 3000.
Just because y'all ain't seen the movie don't mean they ain't seen the movie.
Hey, I'm just asking what it is, dog.
This is why I like being the committee.
Oh, a committee, huh? Oh, okay, yeah.
No, both Space Jams is on there. Now, why Space Jam 2? Like, Space Jam 2 wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good either.
Hey, neither was Space Jam. We just love it because it was Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
right. Oh, you still got Creed, right? Yeah, my man said Creed.
Oh, Vision Quest. But speaking of which, kid, to answer your question, Vision Quest is one of the wrestling movies that Joel is talking about.
Oh, I didn't know
that's
that.
a no-go. No.
I didn't know that. Vision Quest. What is it? I don't even. Because what was that corny? Do you guys remember there was a corny arm wrestling movie with, I think it was Stallone?
No, what was that?
I didn't see that. Hey, so this is how it's gonna work. We're gonna figure out what the last movie should be, Ali or Days of Thunder. We'll put that in there or not Days of Thunder, Ali or Mr. 3000. We'll put that in there as a question to replace. Which one did I mess up? I put in
Chariots of Fire or something.
Chariots of Fire twice. So we'll put those two up against each other.
Angela Bassett is in there, so that movie should be in there off rip.
Hey,
over the top. Yes.
Hey, we'll let them vote on it. We'll let them vote on it. Let them put it in there, and then we're gonna put all the teams.
Joanna Man.
Hey, somebody said
no. We talked about that yesterday. Nope.
Hey, we'll put all the teams all the movies in the community tab, and where they're matched up, it's gonna be on y'all to vote on them. The voting will be live throughout the weekend. We'll go through Monday. We'll break down who moved on, who didn't, and then we gonna do the same thing the next weekend. But I feel like this is a dope way. I love the chaos that it caused in here.
Well, you're welcome.
Some people just want to see the world burn.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Me.
Patrick can't search Elmo fire me.
He said, you just decided to do this. I just decided to do this show.
Hey, The Last Dance is not considered a movie, is it?
It's a full documentary. Like I didn't throw any of the 30 for 30s in there either because of that reason.
Ooh,
but Fly With Me was a movie.
Who?
Fly With Me.
Oh, Fly With Me. Oh yeah. Yeah.
That went over real well. You see how that went over in the chat?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you say? He say? Mark said you need to replace
Semi-Pro.
You need to replace at least 5 of your movies with others. Hey,
Jackie Moon. Yeah, Semi-Pro.
Oh, dog. He just absolutely was at a Warriors game too in full gear.
Sure was. Yep.
Was he?
Yeah.
He was hilarious. I didn't see that.
With Curry.
I didn't see that. That's hilarious.
He was playing defense on Klay Thompson. Closing out.
Oh, Lord. Hey, he too old to be doing that. Don't hurt yourself now, Will. But nah, man, we gonna tweet this thing out, man. Like I said, I like to cause chaos, and clearly it's caused chaos. And just like in the NCAA tournament, there's always gonna be some movies that are left out. Guess what? Maybe they get on next year if we even do this topic again next year. It's all good, man. But nah, I think this would be or Alley Cat Strike.
How did we miss a Goofy movie?
Goofy.
You said what? A Goofy
movie.
A Goofy movie too you could throw in there because he was skateboarding.
Hey, he was skating.
He was skating in a tournament. That's not a bad one.
Y'all remember Brink?
Yeah.
Y'all reaching over here. I don't know what
I do remember Brink.
Come on now. Them Disney movies was hidden.
Hey, you would have thrown Johnny Tsunami on this.
Well, no, I wouldn't have. But Brink was the movie though. Like, stop it.
Who do y'all think wins the whole thing?
I have no clue.
He Got Game is gonna be in the Final Four, I believe, or at least Elite Eight.
It depends.
If you look
From a
at the
cinematic
bracket
view, Ford versus Ferrari being the latest one was the most complete flick.
So let's do this.
Made.
Let's do this. Let's look at it again. I'll put it back up here before we get up out of here, man. We got like 3 minutes.
For nostalgia purposes, I still think it's Sandlot.
So in this bracket here, who y'all got coming out?
He Got Game.
He got Game beating everybody in this bracket. He Got Game beats. Remember the Titans?
Oh well, yeah, I forgot it.
Moneyball.
See, that's the thing. You can't.
Moneyball was a hard movie, dog.
Moneyball was a hard movie, bro. Especially from like the business standpoint of it. Hey, when he was just pointing at Buddy, he was like, hits. Why do I
what's
want
that movie with Wesley Snipes?
Because he gets on base.
Jay, you know what I'm talking about.
That was Major League. That was Major League too.
That was Major League. Okay,
the first one. Yeah, that's a classic.
Who y'all got coming out of this side?
What's that?
I think Glory Road upsets everybody.
I got Moneyball.
Nah, Glory Road for
no. You know what? I'm with Kid. No. I'm with Kid. I got Moneyball.
No, you got Rocky 4 in that bracket, don't you?
No, this is Rocky 5.
5.
Oh, 5. Oh,
I got Moneyball coming out.
No, and you got Any Given Sunday. Any Given Sunday's coming out of there.
I still got Moneyball coming out.
I got Moneyball over Any Given Sunday.
You talking about the elite? Oh, the elite top 4, elite 8, or what are you talking about?
Top 4, Final 4.
Oh, Final 4. Okay. I don't know.
All right.
I'm rebelling against this list.
Hey, that's okay. I don't care.
And why did you ask if you don't care? Because you do.
We got easy.
Dance puppets.
I feel like we're gonna see a 1-2 matchup in the finals of Sandlot and Draft Day, and Sandlot's gonna win.
Sandlot is definitely in there, and Rocky 4.
42 is gonna give it a run for his money. I don't think
42 is up there.
I'm gonna say
I love the historical context, but nah.
Sandlot and Rocky 4 are probably the tops, and Dodgeball could sneak in there at the Elite 8.
Dodgeball, the 15 seed sneaking in there.
Dodgeball is, come on, man. We're talking about dip, dodge, dive, duck, and dodge.
So kids, you got Ford versus Ferrari coming out of this side.
I do.
Nah.
Hey, it's just because he a car guy.
Yeah, that's
Ford versus Ferrari was an amazing movie.
That movie was tough.
Dude, they made up stuff. That whole scene where they said, "Oh boy, Ford was crying." No, they did. That scene where he's crying when they got in the GT and he like cried with all emotion.
Oh yeah, that scene is amazing.
Yeah, it's fake.
They made that up. Fake. Like I hate it already. I'm like, I want realism. I don't want you to make up stories just to. No, I hate that. No,
but everything else was legit.
Hey, I'll tell you this: you're gonna Remember the Titans after you hear the story on how that really goes down.
I agree with you because most of these movies, I get tired of based on true stories, and it's not a true story. Just say this is a story. Like, stop trying to make up something.
I mean, you could say influenced.
I think first off, I think Hoosier gets knocked off early in this bracket by Rocky 2, but I think Major League is gonna come out of this one.
Oh yeah, I didn't see Major League in there. Major League is definitely. This is a better bracket of good movies. Major League, you got Waterboy, and Rocky. I'm sorry, Rocky 2 is over there, and yeah, There you go. Those are the big ones. High School
And then
Musical.
finally, who you got coming out here?
Stop. Chicago Guards, just stop.
Who y'all got coming out of here? I
League
think
of Their
Gridiron
Own.
Gang gonna give a lot of people run for. I think Gridiron Gang upsets Field of Dreams.
Heck
League
no.
of Their Own.
League of Their Own is good.
Gang, yeah, is up there though.
Oh, Celtic Pride. I forgot about that with Damon Wayans.
Hey, no. Hey, why did I just see a preview for that the other day too? I saw the original preview for in theaters. I was dying laughing.
Celtic Pride was hilarious. You know, it was a funny movie too. Was what's the boxing movie with Damon Wayans? Great White Hype or Hope? Great White Hope.
We forgot the 6 man. The 6 man.
Yeah. We didn't forget it.
6 Man was hard.
I think
Gridiron, a movie you don't want to actually pay attention to.
I think Gridiron Gang and Coach Carter come out of this one, and I think Coach Carter ends up winning. I think Talladega Nights gonna make it a long way.
What I gotta do to get on the team, Coach?
I think Talladega Nights make it a long way though.
Talladega Nights is one of the best.
Hey man,
why is there a cougar in here?
With that being the case, man, we'll see you all on. We gotta drop the Contender at this point. So
that's a fact. Hey, shout out to everybody on the Contender, man. We gonna get up out of here as well on this side. We appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. I love that I was able to create a little chaos in all of y'all day, man. Everybody's gonna be
screw you, Pat.
This list is gonna stick with Joe.
This list is gonna stick. You picked the worst movies to go against each other in the first round just because you wanted to see the world burn. Screw you. You ruined my childhood.
Hey, it is what it is. Yeah, we'll see. Hey, as always, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. Appreciate all the love you guys have shown, man. We'll see how y'all vote. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can figure it. Let me get the baby on the screen. Baby look creepy with just the eyes showing.
Hey, look at her. She all quiet.
She's so cute. Look at her.
Oh, look at my baby. But hey, y'all stay safe out there as always, man. We'll be back for the Bulls live call Saturday.